Hey guys, just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about my ebook, Playing the Trumpet, the Three Zones of Compression, more specifically Chapter 9, Day A, the Cat Anderson Whisper G. Now, I don't have any idea how Cat Anderson came up with this idea of the Whisper G, but it's absolute gold. He was right on the money with this one. There's quite a lot of description in the book about how to go about it, but I thought what I'd do in this video is give you an overview of the exercise and also some advanced techniques as well about how you could push this this part of the chapter a little bit harder as well. Cool, so to do the Cat Anderson Whisper G, you have to place the top of your bottom teeth and the top of your bottom teeth on top of each other so that they're touching. So that there for me is where they touch naturally. You'll notice that I've got quite a pronounced overbite. So if I just shut my jaw naturally, the bottom teeth quite a long way behind the top teeth. So when I'm doing the Cat Anderson Whisper G, I need to bring my jaw forward quite a lot. And this is going to happen for most of us, but it's also a little bit about what Cat Anderson wanted us to have happen here. He's looking for a stronger alignment between top and bottom lip to create a greater seal against the airflow, but there's some other bits of genius in here as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your top teeth and bottom teeth touching and then do a light roll in. Blow through that and get the Whisper G. And his naming of the exercise is spot on. If I speak really softly, "Hi, how are you?" Or if I whisper that, "Hi, how are you?" You'll notice that the difference between those two examples is the high component of air in the sound when you whisper. And that's what he's after. That's why he didn't call it super soft G. He called it Whisper G. He wants that air in the sound. Now, what is the genius of this exercise? Well, obviously you're getting a greater seal against the airflow by aligning your bottom and top lip a bit stronger. Not only that, if you've purchased the book, then this will make a little bit more sense, but the second zone of compression, the tongue arch, I'm asking you to raise the back of your tongue in your mouth in order to create the compression in the oral cavity, which I state I don't think is E-A-E-A-E, because I think that's the middle of your tongue moving, but the back of your tongue, for which it is extremely hard to teach because it's not really a syllable that you can give a student, like E, to say do this and then blow through it and you'll get the same compression. But when you do the Whisper G, for some unknown reason, the back of your tongue tends to rise in your mouth. So it's kind of also aiding the second zone of compression, your tongue arch. But the main reason that Cat, I believe, came up with this exercise and why he practiced it so diligently is because when you do that Whisper G, you're exercising these fine muscles right at the front of your roll in, which are the exact specific muscle group needed to play in the extreme upper register. Really interesting. When before I started doing the Cat Anderson Whisper G exercise, my range was already good to about G or A above high C. When I started employing the Cat Anderson Whisper G, it went up to super C and D, which was great. But what I really noticed by doing it, and he's asking you to do it for 20 minutes, is that my stamina in the upper register just went bananas. So I could do like 2 sets of lead playing in a big band gig, trying to cut over 16 other musicians, and still be hitting G's and A's at the end of the second set, final tune, which is exactly what you want to be able to do. Your most exciting song's always at the end of the set. It's always got the highest note to finish with. No point being chopped out at that point. In my book, in the practice routine chapter, I ask you to build up to the 20 minutes. So it's about 2 minutes extra for each stage in the practice routine. But once you've got the book, that will all be pretty evident, make a lot of sense. A couple of ways that you can extend or turbocharge the Cat Anderson Whisper G is by doing some single tonguing. Now I ask you to tongue on the back of the top lip, but here you're not going to be able to do that because your teeth are touching and in the road of the top lip. So you're going to have to tongue on the back of the top teeth. And you can also add the component of double tonguing. Now, it's a couple of bonuses by doing the double tonguing, is that you can then feel the back of the tongue rise again to make the coo. And the tonguing seems to make those tiny little muscles work a little bit harder. And although I'm a jazz and kind of commercial lead player primarily, I was brought up as a classical trumpet player, and in fact did my university course in a rep stream doing classical music. And although I don't double tongue a whole heap now, just by doing that little bit of deliberate double tonguing a day, just keeps my hand in with that skill. So like, you know, just keeps that in check for me. I'm probably not going to be able to crack out the third movement of the Carnival of Venice. That would need some extra practice, but you know, keeps that skill happening. Final tip, if you really want to turbocharge this, you doing the Whisper G on the ATV. Now the ATV stands for Advanced Training Visualizer. It's a little invention from Warburton, and whilst visualizers have been around since about the 1910s, 1920s, they've been able to attach theirs to a backbore and obviously to a trumpet, so it can feel just like you're playing the trumpet as opposed to like holding a stick with a visualizer in front of your lips. So if I'm playing like, you know, you can still play it. The thing about the ATV is, and I'm going to do another video on the ATV itself, and it's mentioned in the book, and it will probably, what I'm about to give you now will probably come into the second edition of the book, is you can actually do the Whisper G in the ATV. It feels subtly different, but everything you do on the ATV is working your chops a little bit harder. So I wouldn't advise doing 20 minutes of the Whisper G on the ATV. That's going to be pretty strenuous, but certainly doing 10 on the ATV and then 10 on your regular mouthpiece seems to have turbocharged the effect for me of the Whisper G. It sounds slightly different, but here it is. So same process, teeth touching, licking the top lip and bottom lip, light rolling. And then the double tonguing. And you're getting kind of that same Whisper G, Cat Anderson effect, but kind of just working the elements a little bit harder via the ATV. Hey, it's real genius, guys. Check out the book. It's available at my website, DaimonBrunton.com, and the book's called Playing the Trumpet, The 3 Zones of Compression. Obviously, I highly recommend it. I reckon it's the key. Check it out, guys, and all the best. Good luck.